Hey guys, welcome to episode number 14 of Anthony Peluso Ask Anthony Facebook Live. Sorry we missed you last week. I'm Anthony Peluso, founder of Wealth for Life and Australian property expert. And today I'm going to be chatting with a dear friend of mine and senior property investment advisor at Wealth for Life, Russell Zayedi. How are you, Russ?
I'm good. How are you, Anthony?
Good, mate. How's your morning?
Morning is busy. It's always busy.
Yeah.
We're creating a lot of stuff, so keeping us busy.
Tell them what you do in the morning, mate.
Well, my morning... Hi, everyone. My morning actually starts in the gym. So, yeah, I wake up...
I hadn't noticed.
Yeah, so I just get ready, hit the gym, and so 2 hours of solid training.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, then rest of the day actually I spend with my clients. So yeah, but it keeps me more focused, and also I think there's a very interesting thing I always heard from wise people. What is when you are healthy. You can always look for more wealth, but when you're wealthy, these people, they're looking for more health.
Yeah.
So I think when there is a balance, when you take care of yourself, it's very important. You can take care of your clients, your other stuff, your family, your work. Everything is better. Yeah,
I agree. It's a mindset thing, right? You get up in the morning, you train, you eat properly. You do your own development, personal development.
Absolutely, yeah.
Gets you prepared and ready for the day, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. So Russell, tell us a little bit about your background. I mean, Russell's been working, just for the viewers out there, Russell, how long have you been with us now? 2.5 years?
2.5, yeah. It feels like yesterday, but yeah.
Time flies, huh?
Time flies.
2.5 years. We had a chat in a coffee shop in Doncaster.
Yes.
In the eastern suburbs of Melbourne.
Yeah.
And here we are 2.5 years later. You're a senior property investment advisor at our company. You do a tremendous job. I know how much our clients love you and how highly they speak of you, as do all the staff. And it's great because you're really helping people. And that's what we do here at Wealth for Life. It's at the end of the day, yes, it's creating financial freedom. But if you look at why do people want money, okay? You don't want money to keep it in a bank or have it sitting there. You want it to do things with it.
Absolutely.
That fulfill your life, right?
Absolutely.
That enable you to live a quality life. It's the things that you can do with money.
Absolutely.
And I know you're really helping people in that space immensely. But tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, it's actually I'm in finance industry for almost 14 years now.
Yeah. And
I started. It's very funny because my background is engineering because I'm an environmental planner.
Jesus Christ.
So I started actually my career as an environmental planner. Then in early 2000s, I was actually in Melbourne. I came with my wife, and she's a teacher. She's a lovely lady. And she started uni, and then I thought, well, I need to get a job, and it's getting a job in my field was quite difficult because I didn't have permanent residency back then when I first came in. I'm like, wow. So to get a job, a government job or a mining job is very tough because environmental policies are regulated by the environmental agencies and ministries, so you have to update yourself. And then I thought, I need to pay my bills, so I need to get a job. Then I got a very small job, a tiny little position in a finance company. And then from day one, I was actually preparing myself because I saw myself, growing in that industry. And I knew there's a massive opportunities there because I used to do a lot of research, a lot of study, and I'm very good with numbers for some reason. Maybe I'm brown.
You're very good with numbers because you're brown.
It's a very funny thing because you find a lot of people from Eastern countries, like Asian countries.
Yes, they're fantastic with numbers.
Yeah, so I think it's just because we study mathematics in school intensively, school and college, and that helps us to, I think, sort of it makes us really good with numbers.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I realized. So anyway, so I started with a very little position, and then I developed myself, and then I got into investment as soon as I got into investment industry, like, because I saw how much opportunities are there. You know, I always tell myself, because I think, you know, mind is the most important thing here.
Absolutely.
Because I never, like, you know, saw myself, like, you know, having financial trouble. You know, because I look at people, because people work 9 to 5 and still they're complaining.
Mm.
You know, they're working 9 to 5 and there's like, wow, you know, I work like, you know, 40, 50 hours a week. It's still they're not going anywhere.
Mm.
So they have a life, you know, literally people live hand to mouth. That's what I realized, right? I didn't want to be one of them.
Mm. Mm.
And I wanted to have financial freedom. I wanted to drive a good car.
Yep.
I wanted to have a good future for my wife, for my family, for myself, so that I want to work hard when I'm young, and when, you know, I'm in 50s, I want to relax more.
Yeah.
Not relax in a sense like, you know, not working. I'll be working maybe till I'm 100 if I'm alive.
120.
120.
Yeah, let's get it right.
But again, I think the mindset is the most important thing, because one thing, Anthony, I realized nobody actually plans to fail.
Mm.
So why everyone is failing?
Mm.
That's the biggest question I ask to myself,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm with client every day.
Mm.
I'd see like, you know, 90% people, I would maybe say 95% of them, they're just going backward.
Yeah.
Even people earning 200,000 a year, still they're struggling.
Yep.
People earning $80,000 a year, they're struggling.
Mm. Mm.
So why people are having financial trouble? It means they don't have a plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and interestingly, you know, because this is a, you know, sort of, we got a lot of technologies around us, right? So we got iPhone, we got internet, and the biggest development, I think, one of the invention is GPS. Because when I first came in Melbourne, right, like we had the manual GPS. I didn't have a, you know, this electronic GPS back then. You know, so it was very, very hard. Like, you know, okay, I'm going to Box Hill, or I'm going to Cranbourne East, or I'm going to Doncaster, you know. So you go through the pages, and sometimes you actually, you know, you maybe stop somewhere. Again, you're looking at a GPS, so you don't go. Actually take a long time to go somewhere, right? But nowadays, we have electronic GPS. You just put the address in, and you can do your other stuff, and you're actually moving to other direction. So as a company, as an investment planner, I think this is what I do.
Yeah.
We are kind of a GPS, because people are busy. Because you're working 9 to 5, you got kids, you have to, like, you know, maintain your social life. Do you have time to make plans for your finance?
Yeah. 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 Most people don't.
Most people don't.
Yeah.
People only go to a doctor when they're really sick.
Correct. Yeah.
You know, you go to a chemist and get your, you know, on-the-counter medicine and fix yourself.
It astounds me, actually. It's funny you say that. Like, you look at it, right? You go to the doctor when you're sick, right? You go see a solicitor usually when you're in trouble. Right? Let's face it, right? Why else would you see a solicitor, right? You go see an accountant once a year to do your tax returns if you don't do them online.
Correct.
So people make time to do things like that, which really, you know, you couldn't say they add that much to your future. You know, accounting's more about what you've done in the past. You know, obviously you want to keep healthy, so you go see your doctor. Solicitors, you'd never see a solicitor unless you had, you know, you had to get somebody to bail you out of trouble or set up some wills and trusts and so forth. But very few people put a day or any time aside to look at their finances.
Exactly right.
It's like everyone's expecting this magic wand to kind of tap them on the head later on in life and give them what they want. Yeah. You and I both know, man, it doesn't work like that. You know,
it doesn't work that way.
And we've seen a lot of clients, sadly, have left it too late. And then there's not much much anybody can ethically do to help them.
Yeah, yeah. It's a very funny thing, right? Because we help our clients to do property investing. I like, I got several properties now.
Yeah.
Okay, I started with one, and now, I did pretty much everything. I did development, house flipping.
Yeah.
I bought several properties. I paid off some properties. So it didn't happen overnight. A lot of hard work, a lot of planning, a lot of sleepless nights. I made many mistakes as well.
Yeah.
Right. So, but I came all this way, I think, because I had a plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So the other way I look at property, Anthony, it's just a money-making tool, because we're human beings. We just need one house to live in.
Yeah.
We need maybe 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
We need
six if it's you, right?
Yeah, for me maybe 5. Yeah, 5 or 6. But like that's all we need, right? So this is the basic requirement of human being. Just clothes, food, and shelter.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then after that, why you need additional property, right? So the way I look at property, and I tell my clients the same thing, if a bottle of water in today's market I buy it for $5, and if I could sell it, next year or year after in $20, I'm not going to buy any properties.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll maybe buy thousands of these.
Yeah.
And keep it in a warehouse.
So when did you get started in property? How far back?
It's early 2000.
2000?
Yeah. So it started actually with only $4,000.
Wow.
I had nothing, because I came with a couple of luggage, and for $4,280
Precisely, huh?
precisely in my account. I don't have a car. I used tram and even there are many days I used to try to save $2 the tram tickets, believe me or not.
Yeah,
I thought,
good.
I'll maybe walk. And then I bought my first property, and it was like, something magical happened, right? And then just in 14 months' time, I spoke to my broker again.
Mortgage broker.
Mortgage broker, yes. So, and he's like, wow, you already have 85 grand equity.
Yep.
Right? And I'm like, wow, so what can I do with 85 grand? I have a few options. I can go to Bali. I can get a car. Or, I can go and get another investment properties, right?
Yep.
So, and that time I couldn't service, because my wife was a student.
So servicing mean couldn't actually
get money from
the
bank.
Get a loan,
right?
yeah.
I had to get a second job, in the weekend job.
Wow.
And I got my second investment, and it opened the whole world to me, honestly. Those two properties. I paid both of them off. That's in 10 years' time. Phenomenal. Using other properties.
Yeah.
So.
Excellent.
Yeah, so and even I just settled on another property in August, and I'm looking forward to get a few more.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things people don't understand, right? Because I'm getting all this, all this news from media, people talking to me everywhere I go. People like, wow, what's happening to the property market? How positive you are? What's coming? Is it crashing, or is it the end of property boom?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, right? So I actually don't know the answer. I don't give them any answer. I'm like, what do you think? What do you think?
Yeah. And
then people actually know the answer, but still they try to believe what other people telling them.
It's
very funny.
It's interesting. I've seen it and heard it all before with regards to the property market, right? And if you talk to people that have even been around longer than I, and I work with people that started investing in real estate in the 1960s, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And they've seen it and heard it all before. So it's a cycle. Property's a cycle, right? So you've got the market doing very well, then you've got it cooling off, then you've got it plateauing, and then you've got it picking up again. And it just continues to do that. And nothing's really changed. If you look at all the doom and gloom we've had around the world over the last 30 years.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Anthony, because every business, including property, if market is just going up like this, that's not a healthy cycle.
Correct.
Okay, so healthy cycle is it has to slow down, and again it has to go up. So this is a sign of a very healthy cycle.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you look back, in last 20 years, right, Melbourne property price, according to CoreLogic, went up by 335%. 335. People bought property in Box Hill or Ashburton for 170,000.
Eastern suburbs.
Eastern suburbs
of Melbourne, yeah.
170. Now the property worth around 2 mil.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I have a school teacher. She's a very good friend as well, a good client. She bought a property in Greensboro in North. She bought it for 85,000. And that property, all the developers, everybody after the land, they're offering 1.5.
Yeah.
She told me, it's just a few months back, she was telling me, Russell, we never ever thought this property would be $500,000.
Yeah.
Now people offering 1.5.
I remember my dad buying his first property for $7,000, $8,000 to be precise, back in the day, early 1960s. And because I'm helping him with a transaction right now, we just had it valued at $4.8 million.
Wow.
You know, and again, he was telling me stories like $8,000. My God, these people are mad. Who's going to pay $8 for a property, right? So back then, you always think it's out of reach.
Yeah.
And then when I speak to my dad, I'm like, Dad, don't you wish you had bought more $8,000 properties back then?
Yeah.
Given what they're worth today.
Correct.
So I think that's, you know, if people understand how the property market works, and that's the mistake a lot of people make.
Yeah.
One, they think it continually goes up, so they have this unrealistic expectation. And two, they don't understand the fundamentals, what actually really drives the property market. And very seldom will you get that in the newspaper or will you get that on the news. And that's the thing, that people watch the news and read the newspapers and go into automatic fear.
Correct.
That the world's going to end, the property market's going to crash.
Yeah.
And I get that, because if you're not informed and if you don't have knowledge from the right place, you will take whatever knowledge is presented to you and make that real.
Yeah.
Okay? Not necessarily the fact. Tell me something. What were some of the major challenges you faced when you started investing?
The major challenge, basically, we are doing leveraging here. It's just a little bit of my money.
Leveraging, yeah.
And rest is bank's money.
Yeah.
Right? So the biggest challenge could be whether the bank will give me money or not.
Yeah.
Okay. And people ask me, and even I ask myself, you know, several times when I started doing this, when is the best time to buy? When is the best time to buy? Is it today? Shall I wait 6 months because everybody's saying property market is slow? I might save maybe 10 grand, 15 grand. We don't know.
Yeah.
So best time to buy, Anthony, is according to me, and that's what I always do.
Correct.
Right? When you have a job.
Yep.
Right? When you can service a loan, it means bank will give you money. That's the best time to buy. And property, if you buy today and sell tomorrow, you're not going to make money. It's always, you have to hold it for 8 to 10 years. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. So servicing would have been
servicing
was the
servicing
challenge for you.
the challenge.
Yeah.
Right?
So what do you see out there today? Because you're out there, you're hitting the pavement every day. You're helping so many people. And what do you see in today's market as the major obstacle, the major challenge for people looking to get into the market?
The major challenge I think people having is not having enough knowledge, I would say. Because many people, they think they cannot buy. I sat down with many of my clients, they never thought they can buy a property. Okay, and a very, very good friend from the gym. I don't know whether Victor is listening.
Hi, Victor.
Hi, Victor. So Victor came to me, that would be, I think, three months ago. And he's like, Russell, I really want to buy a property. I'm like, why do you want to buy a property? He's like, Russell, I'm paying rent. It's a dead money. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to do something for my family, you know, for my son to have a house when I retire. So they had some deposit, but they had no idea how to get into the market, or, you know, they didn't even know they can get money from the bank, right? And many people, they don't even have the deposit. Okay, and many people, they don't need the deposit. They can actually use 100% bank's money to get into the market. So people are lacking massive amount of knowledge.
Yeah.
So if there is knowledge, you can always take a calculated decision.
Yeah.
So these two things I think vital. It's not that, you know, bank's not giving you money. Bank's giving you 90% or 80% in today's market.
Yeah.
right? Banks are there to help you. Everybody tells you, and then we even my dad told me bank is not your friend. But over here, you can always use bank as your business partner.
Yeah.
And we're investing, I think, you know, they can be great if you know how
That's
to
pretty
use
much what they are. They are a business partner.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's excellent, mate. Well, listen, we'll wrap this up. Last question, right? What advice would you give anyone looking to get into the property market today? I mean, you see so many people every day,
Sure.
right? And for the people out there that are watching the video right now, watching the stream, right, and are thinking about getting into the market, right, and are probably, you know, procrastinating and wondering whether it's a good decision or whether today or right now is the right time to get into the market, because, you know, they're all subjected to the same information that comes out of the press and the media and so forth. But you having, you know, your hand on the pulse and, you know, you've got up-to-date knowledge of exactly what's happening in the finance and real estate markets, what advice would you give to somebody wanting to get into the market today?
If you really want to get into the market, right, you need to have a mindset. One thing really changed my life, Anthony, I need to tell and share with the viewers as well. It may be around 12 years ago, 13 years ago, I can't even recall, but I was watching a black and white John F. Kennedy's video.
Right.
Man landing on moon. And John F. Kennedy says, today, United States of America, we declare we are landing on the moon. And it changed me. Wow, this is a declaration. It's like, you know, declaring the war. There is no come back from there.
Yeah.
When you declare, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
You make it happen.
Yeah.
You know, when you have a baby, like, you know, parents, they, you know, maybe first-time parents, if they have a baby, what they do?
Yeah.
They do everything to make sure the baby is okay.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you don't have funding, but you do everything to.
Yep.
So I think that you have to make the declaration that I want to change my life, I want to do something, and I want to get into the market. And you have to know why. If you know why, you can make the declaration. And then get the knowledge.
Yeah.
You cannot, you know, you cannot do it by yourself. I couldn't. I went to maybe over 50 seminars. I'm working in finance industry. Still, I'm listening other people, getting knowledge, and come and talk to me. I'm happy to help.
Yeah.
If you don't have deposit, you're struggling with your finance, there are many ways I can help you to get your first property. Okay, and I care for people as a team, Anthony. We do, you know, I work like literally 7 days a week. You know, I don't need to work 7 days a week.
You love what you do.
You know,
you love helping people.
Yeah, it's a helping, and the way we like, you know, sort of hold hands of many people, they would never be able to maybe buy a property, but we show them, we guide them how to get there.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, get the knowledge and you know, get our help.
Yeah.
Call us.
Beautiful. So knowledge,
with us.
Knowledge and having the right mindset, very, very important.
Very, very important. And the rest is easy, because if you have knowledge, if you have the mindset, and then, you know, if you have the right mentor, you can definitely get there.
You make a good point. Yeah. So for those of you out there that are looking into the market at the moment, and again, don't pay too much attention to what you see out there. We find it to be different in the market when we're out there with our clients. Come in and have a chat to us. You know, have a chat to Russell, have a chat to Steve, the advisors here, and get an understanding of your existing situation, your current situation. At least you'll get some knowledge on where you currently sit at the moment and some of the steps you would need to take to move forward and help you realize some of your investment goals. All right. So, Russell, thank you very much, mate. Always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Anthony.
Glad we got you here on time today. Just before we shut up and close shop, don't forget about our Christmas bonus promotion. Can I win this myself? You guys see this?
The link is in the comments for our viewers. If they want to read more information, there's a link in the comments.
What are we giving away, Cherie? We're giving away iPads.
We are giving away iPad minis, an iPad watch, and we are also giving away a Apple HomePod.
Because we're nice guys, we just give stuff away, right? So we've got that one, and what have we got there, Russ?
Also, we have a beautiful referral program. You know, you refer a friend, family, or you come and see us. You also get $1,000 Meyer voucher. And also when you refer your friends, whoever is doing business with us, they also get a $1,000 voucher. So it's a win-win. So, but most importantly, guys, as I told you, get the knowledge, and you have to take the responsibility. If you really want to change your life, it's there. Everything is there. You just need to take responsibility, and we are here to help you.
Yeah.
All right. And thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys. And next week, what have we got next week? State elections not far off, right? 24th of November. I'm going to talk to you next week about how your vote and your influence may affect property prices moving forward. So stay tuned. Thank you for joining us. Please comment below. We love your comments. We love your questions. We aim to get back to you within 24 hours, and share with your friends and family. That would really help our business. And tune in next week. We've got an amazing episode where just going to put the state election into a bit of perspective for people out there voting, and what that actually will mean to property prices. All right. So thanks again, guys. Russell, always a pleasure, mate.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thanks for coming on board.
Thank you, everyone.
We'll see you guys next week.
All right. See ya.